rolls. So before we go out in the shop, I'm going to demonstrate the proper procedure for cutting, reaming, and swedging a pipe. Then I'm going to talk more about the swedge joint and also the importance of reaming when we cut. Before I start, I'm going to give all you, this is going to be your lab activity we're going to do out there. Hold on to that, do not lose it, please. Okay. Number one rule of thumb, when you're working with soft tubing. Any stabs in the dark, any guesses? On what? There's only one way to unroll this. And it's not this way. Ooh. Okay, yo.
You roll it.
Roll it out?
Yeah.
Uncoil it?
Yes, uncoil it.
Very good. We're going to put it, you guys will work as a group. I'm going to show you what I want to cut. We're going to roll this out on the table. Okay? If you uncoil this any other way, you will risk kinking the tubing. The tubing will kink. Okay? Nice thing about soft copper, you can reform it to straighten it out. A lot of times if you're not paying attention to what you're doing and you're pulling it up this way, it's going to kink somewhere and you won't be able to straighten it. So, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to walk you through this quick. On the handout, it goes into detail on tubing cutter use. All right? Tubing cutter is nothing more than a device that has two roller blades on it, two rollers, and it's got a cutting rig. All right? Your objective, mark a predetermined length of pipe. I'm just going to cut this right here. I'm going to make sure my tubing is resting in the rollers. Now, let me back up a second. What I want you guys to do first is put your finger inside the tubing rollers. Okay? Then what I want you to do is I want you to tighten the handle up till the wheel just touches your skin. All right? Light amount of pressure as possible. Because if you put any more pressure on that wheel, what's going to happen to your finger?
Cut it off.
Not going to cut it off, but you may pierce the skin, right? What do you think is going to happen to the soft copper tubing if you over tighten it? It'll
Then squish.
It'll bend, it'll squish. Don't want that. So again, I'm not asking you to cause harm to yourself. Just gently put your finger in there, turn it up a little bit. It's good to go. It's nice and snug. All right. Same thing with the copper. We're going to put the tubing into the rolls, and we're going to turn the roller blade down until it meets the copper. All right. We don't want it to fall off. Warning. And I am going to proceed. Each turn I go around clockwise with a quarter turn tight on the tubing handle. Okay. So I'm going to continue to go around until my tubing is cut. Okay. Now, the thing I want you to pay attention to is the diameter of that tubing.
I see the birds.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about the burrs.
Small.
A little small. Okay? What happens through the process of cutting is you actually constrict or you make the pipe smaller. So when something becomes smaller, like a garden hose, what happens when you pinch the end up?
Less pressure.
Less pressure. Could adversely affect the overall performance of your refrigeration system or maybe a water line. So what we have to do is get that area as back to round as possible. And to do that is a process called reaming, which by definition is what?
Removing the birds.
Removing the burrs. All right, there's two ways we could do that. We have a cup type reamer. We're simply taking that cup, pointed end first into the pipe, and just gently rocking back and forth. Okay? Okay. I'm going to show you what happens. You notice the difference?
Yes.
Almost back around, correct? That's one option. The other two, on top of the tubing cutter, there's what appears to be like a knife blade. the rigid, it looks like that. It's just simply a little blade that goes down and we pull it out. On the reed cutters, this is also a reaming tool. If you have a cutter that doesn't have a reaming tool in it, let me know. I have plenty of these in stock. They do fall out, they land under the table, get stepped on, so. So to ream, simply extract, push out. I prefer this style over the type anyway because that the short, smooth, even cut. Or this one here, which is basically just like a knife blade, you're sticking it inside the tube and scraping the inside. Okay. Any questions?